Judith Tripp has been a psychotherapist for more than 30 years, and she's led pilgrimages and dream quests around the world to Europe and the United States in that time. She's coming to Australia in September to do a dream quest here, and she joins us on the line. Judith, thank you for finding time for us today.
Oh, thank you, Bob.
How did this start for you?
Well, it started now 30 years ago. When Arches, the founder of Veritas, and a fellow Episcopal priest, friend of hers, decided to start an overnight program for women in the cathedral in San Francisco. And I was a small group leader for that first Dream Quest. And I remember walking into the cathedral and thinking, this is something that is going to be a big part of my life. It's one of those moments, knowing that it was something I'd like to do. So it really has been an essential part of my life for these 30 years.
So where has it taken you?
Well, it's taken me as far flung as to Australia a couple of years ago, and also to Poland in 2014, where I did a dream quest for 65 women in Warsaw in a gymnasium. And it was very heartening to see that some of the same songs and processes and exercises and the labyrinth were so popular and reached so many women, even in a very different culture. But I've also done them all around the States, and several places have them every year. San Francisco, as I said, this will be our 30th year for this overnight dream quest.
I think a lot of people have come to you through the Labyrinth and through the international organisation Veritas. Now, how are you associated with them?
Well, I've been part of Veritas since its founding 2 years ago now. I'm on the board of Veritas. I am also on the faculty, so I teach workshops in Chartres and also around the country, work with Lauren Arches. She and I do a couple of workshops a year together. So Veritas has been a real mainstay in my life, and I find it an organization that really helps people come to and then find a profound and deeply personal experience.
And how does the Labyrinth fit into what you do with the Dream Quest?
Well, the Labyrinth has been kind of our centerpiece, I'd say. We walk the Labyrinth in Labyrinth walks together with music accompaniment, but we also stand on the Labyrinth and let it help us form our circle together. So it's a central part because it has the aspects of going inward and finding solace, and also then coming back into the world. The threefold path of the Labyrinth is really very much part our Dream Quest is about also.
And is this a particularly pertinent time for procedures, rituals, investigations like this, do you think?
Well, I think it absolutely is. I think we have to start forming the world we want to live in within our own communities and our own circles. And the part of having dedicated to exploring the inner world and to really listening deeply to the voice inside. There's got to be some new solutions to our world in terms of global warming and the political situation we find ourselves in. And I think the more time we have to listen and to come together in a supportive and sacred circle and bring those voices to bear, the better off we're going to all be.
So what should people expect from the Dream Quest in Australia in September?
Well, the Dream Quest in Australia will be either weekends or one 4-day retreat in Perth. And we take basically the structure of the Dream Quest that is overnight in San Francisco and stretch it out a bit. So there'll be time in the circle, time for labyrinth walking, there'll be art, there'll be individual sessions with me. There's a whole series of songs we sing together. So it's a whole experience. And in these weekends, I think the women who will come will find, a chance to really delve into their own personal process and have a very supportive circle to share that with. And sometimes we learn far more sitting in the circle with others and all sharing in the inner experience than we do sitting at home.
Excellent. Judith Tripp, thank you for the time. I look forward to seeing you in Australia in September.
I'll see you then, Bob. Thank you so much for this time.